Honestly, this time I think I'm just gonna start right away, because I recently just put in some Genshin codes, and I'm gonna see, hopefully, if I can get something worthwhile. Bad weapon. But I have another weapon. God. But? No, God. Keep on clicking on the wrong things. You know what? I have four-star pity, so that's not too bad. Ooh. Oh wait, I already read all that. Yoink. Gap. Look up some of those free primos. Free moron. Sun shot out of me. I should actually heal him. Hey, yo, my damn ping.
Ah, children, come, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
You seem very happy even though we just had a funeral.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Paimon, you don't have to be so blunt like that.
Oh, no, no. You've done so much for Liyue Harbor already. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting up...
A gift? For Paimon?
I only did as I should.
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it. When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds.
This is correct.
That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you.
Oh yeah, we still gotta get to like Inazuma.
Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy.
What?
Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis, part of our illumination, if you will. I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world. The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
A trinket, you say?
So, in the eyes of an adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. That is what one might call an exercise of true power.
Okay.
But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few final materials to add the finishing touch.
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Shut up, Paimon. Nobody likes you. Except for, I think, Ghost, because Ghost was just the entire time just imitating Paimon, and I'm not sure if that was out of, like, just not liking Paimon's voice or liking Paimon.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither.
Indeed.
I have already found a fleet-footed youngster to prepare what I need. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Some of them are very rare indeed these days.
What are they?
For starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, it could only be found where the glazed lilies thrived most profusely. You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies. And if you were lucky enough, you just might find a small patch of shimmer soil there. But almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is today. Even more difficult to find is smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. Or so it used to be. Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business, they've slowly but surely stripped the mines all but completely bare of it. In any case, smaragdus jadeite is an adepti treasure, and the adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand. Extended contact with it is, in fact, harmful to humans.
Skill
Goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding these items.
Who's this child? It better
Since
not be
you're an
child,
Adeptus,
child.
Granny, the person you asked for help, they must be an Adeptus too, right?
Yes. I suppose she does count as an Adeptus.
Oh, is it catching? Is it ka-ching? Like money ka-ching?
She counts? How come there are so many Adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. It feels like even when you go out to eat, you could be sitting next to an Adeptus and never even know it.
The Adepti were just like Greek gods.
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my old friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life, after all.
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors.
Oh, young fire.
This child here is Yen Fei. She's the one helping run some errands for me. Yen Fei, I believe you already
Lawyer.
heard of the traveler and his traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records.
Of I'm a criminal or I'm a hero?
You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, you fought off the Millilith at Julian Karst and made contact with the Fatui, before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chiseng. What a shame. A
But what's
shame that we didn't
shame?
meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you.
Better call Yan Fei. Hi, I'm Yan Fei. Did you know that you have rights? The Liyue Constitution says you do, and so do I. That's why I fight for you, Liyue Harbor.
Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yenfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me. Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
All right, Yen Fei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire need of legal assistance at the moment. You'll have to excuse Yen Fei. She's always been like this, ever the talkative one when it comes to her own affairs.
Are you truly an Adeptus, though? 'Cause I don't believe
I was
it.
gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway.
Good to know.
He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Well, that's a bit casual
Damn.
for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff? What do you mean he just went back to get married?
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently.
What the
Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for Smaragdus Jadeite. I couldn't find any at all.
Is that so? But Smaragdus Jadeite is really rather essential. Yenfei,
Does it
are you
require
sure you
killing
can't find
something?
some other way? They have helped Liyue greatly, after all. It is only right that they are duly rewarded.
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's definitely a no-go, but there's still a chance we can figure out some alternative means of procurement. Hold on a moment. Let me have a look.
Nerd.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind of things do you write in there?
Commercial consultancy. Or Snezhnaya. Ah, found him. Crossel, a Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. If my memory serves, all of them had to do with rare ores. He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was planning to sell them in Snezhnaya. So, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite, or might have an idea of where we can find some.
I'll come
Oh,
with you.
you want to join me?
I want to rob
I
him.
suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk placing yourself in legal jeopardy.
Wow.
That's why I have your
An
business card.
Adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. Well, that's a first for sure. Best we be a little more careful than usual while we're with her.
No, I'm gonna kill.
Let's dance.
Howdy, Crossel.
Hello, Mr. Crossel. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here today?
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins. Have there been any further developments on this front?
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, in the end, I did acquire a small piece of Smaragdus Jadeite and had it fashioned into a pair of hairpins. Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize. I've already rented them out to a lady named Zhi Qiao. If you'd like to inspect them, you may have to wait quite some time.
Wait, isn't Smaragdus Jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented out?
Good point.
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhi Qiao before renting them to her. The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value. In return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Ms. Zhiqiao in the event that it is shown to be a fake.
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false. Yes, these terms are very clear indeed.
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
Hold on.
In that case, might you know where Miss Zhiqiao lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Who voices?
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
I knew it. Oh my god. This guy is Pro ZD. This is Sungwon. Oh my god. That's actually really cool. This feels like I'm just learning of just a famous, or not really even famous, just a person that I know. Just like, oh, I know that guy. I know that guy.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell. We'll be off now.
You know, there's probably a teleport waypoint up there, hopefully. Didn't even have to load anything. Is this a missing? Oh, that's cool! We actually got repaid from the Millilith, from them actually letting us have missing person posters up. That's cool.
Whatever shall I do? Yes,
Are you
that's
Zhao?
me. Is there something I can help you with?
How do you do, Miss Zhiqiao? We understand from
Zhiqiao.
Mr. Crossell that you recently rented a pair of hairpins from him. My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a look at them?
The hairpins. I can't lend them to you right now. I've lost them. I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet. I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value, there's no way I could come up with that amount of money on such short notice.
Why do you need them?
My family is in the ore business too, but business has been suffering ever since the chasm was sealed off. We now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around, so we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. I need this opportunity to mingle and discuss prices. That's what the hairpins were for, to keep up appearances. I can't have them looking down on me, but now that I've lost the hairpins, what will I do?
Why does Paimon have a sudden strong sense of deja vu?
We can help.
Would you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers Guild, but I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
Hold on. Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Miss Zhiqiao, would you let me have a look at the rental contract you signed?
Huh? Well, I mean, sure, I have it right here. Here you are.
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can help Zhiqiao somehow.
That seems a little bit
True.
unfair.
Though surely there must be a win-win solution.
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must pay Mr. Crossell the original value of the hairpins as compensation for the loss. Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account.
Damn.
And given the rarity of Smaragdus jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation may end up being significantly higher as a result.
Damn.
Even higher? Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Chicho looks like she's about to faint.
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus jadeite that was inlaid into the hairpins.
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so how exactly would we be able to find out if the jadeite is genuine or not? Whichever way you look at it, we've got to start by finding those hairpins.
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check whether the jadeite is genuine, would there?
Seems right.
Please. Please, Don't trouble yourselves over this. The fact is, I lost the item, and I should pay compensation per the contract.
1, that's too much money. 2, I love legal
However much it
loopholes.
is, I will have to pay it. My family are merchants, after all. It's vital that we keep our word and respect our contracts. Now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossel in the dark any longer. I'll go and inform him of the issue, and then negotiate the amount of compensation.
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. But before that, I have some questions about the hairpins. So hold on a moment, Mr. Chow. When you first touched the hairpins, what did you feel?
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstones set into the pins were perfectly smooth to the touch, like the finest quality jade. My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so I am quite certain of my judgment in this matter.
Smooth to the touch. Finest quality jade. No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things. Let's head over to Mr. Crossel's.
God damn, this is just a game of telephone. God, wrong thing. Ooh. Jesus, that took out all of my health.
I'll protect us.
You can't beat the atmosphere here.
Hold on, let me just, Alright, now we're cool.
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Jiqiao in tow, too, I see. How are the hairpins? I trust you're quite satisfied with them?
About that.
You lost them? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how expensive they were?
I'm sorry. Truly I am. I'll pay the compensation as per our contract. Every last mora.
Mora? Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get my hands on that Smaragdus jadeite? I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just have her estimate the amount that needs to be paid.
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes, and if I may just confirm again, it was in fact genuine Smaragdus jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
Of course. Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times the value.
All right, understood. I'll conduct
That
some
was a
market
lot of,
research, and once I'm back,
stuttering.
I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by Mr. Chow in compensation. Please wait here, Mr. Crossel.
Thank you very much. How could she lose my hairpins? She'd better pay every last mora that they're worth.
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to discuss with you. It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit and talk in more detail.
Alright, find a convenient place to talk. God. All the way up there.
What's the hurry?
Yoink. spinning around at the speed of sound.
What should I try?
What you gotta say? I can buy bombs. The launch tube. Alright, launch tube. That was 300,000 more, huh? Uh-oh. It's lagging again. Go to like 17 height. Ta-da, smelting complete. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Ah yes, let's find a private area. Also speaks right
Miss
in the middle
Yenfei,
of public.
what is this about? Are you here to tell me how much I owe?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the Orin laid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus Jadeite after all.
No Smaragdus Jadeite.
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found them?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say I made some deductions. I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus Jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated elemental energy.
Okay, oh.
If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. It most certainly would not be smooth to the touch. Monsieur Chow, did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were in your possession?
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time. Not even the slightest bit unwell. I didn't feel anything special at all, in fact.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces in Mr. Crossel's vicinity.
Oh.
If I've deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus Jadeite in his possession.
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and expose his dirty scam right to his face!
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. Eventually, he would find some argument to compel us to leave. And then he'd throw the Smaragdus Jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. He would lose nothing. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in this world.
That is very...
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experience talking.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly one way of resolving them. Fortunately, I have far more elegant solutions at my disposal. I'll share them with you in due course.
Damn.
Well then, since you're so experienced in dealing with problems like this, perhaps you could help me, Miss Yunfei.
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow, can I ask you to please sign this contract?
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Paimon can't even keep track.
If I had one more for every time I heard the word contract, I would have doubled my money at this point.
It feels like Yanfei is even more concerned with them than a certain someone else we know.
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has just been pro bono advice. But for me to investigate any further, I require a written contract. Any work commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot be relied upon.
I would
I
just want up an
understand.
extra, like...
Then I will be glad to place
3
this matter
more.
into your capable hands if you will take it, Miss Yunfei.
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now write your address here, and then sign on this page as well. And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page. Finally, if you could just use this ink pad to make a handprint over here.
This contract has so many pages. Paimon's all out of brain juice again.
Shut up, Paimon. There's
All
not
right,
enough,
that should do it.
there's not
My
any
fees are
brain
the
juice
same
in
as
there to
always,
begin
and they're
with.
written in the contract. Have a look through and let me know if you have any questions.
I've had a read through. Everything checks out.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy. Not for
Should I
now,
do
no.
nothing?
Despite how intractable this problem might sound, it will actually be quite straightforward to resolve, once we've got some things squared away. I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before, in which case, hopefully this should be quite the experience.
I mean,
Miss Yunfei,
I tried to
I
help
have
with
to
the
ask,
investigation of who killed Rex
why are you
Lapis.
helping me?
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus Jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of geo-energy around Mr. Crossel, so perhaps he has, in fact, secured some. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter, but either way, it's a lead. As long as we follow it, who knows? We might just be able to get our hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite. Also, the idea of someone abusing the law to their advantage, I won't stand for it.
So she's
But
the
again,
opposite of
let's
Saul
not dwell
Goodman.
on this. Let's go to... Where can we find someone who processes ore? Ah, I've got it! Let's pay a visit to Chateau, the boss of the Jade Mystery. He's a professional when it comes to working with stone and ore.
Good
If
for
Mr.
him.
Crossel had his ore worked on at all, Chateau would undoubtedly have been his first choice.
Oh, that guy. Hello there, mister.
Why, hello there, honored customers. Welcome to... Oh, it's you, Miss Yanfei. Is something the matter? Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever win? Oh, I swear on all that is sacred.
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnyan merchant named Crossel enlisted your ore processing services recently by any chance?
A Snezhnyan merchant named Crossel, you say? I do remember that. He brought me a piece of ore, claiming that it was Smaragdus Jadeite. That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really Smaragdus Jadeite or not. But if a customer insists, far be it from me to contradict them. He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought. I processed the ore as per his request.
Do you have any leftover debris from your work on it?
Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all, so I kept a few loose shavings to study myself later. They're right over there, in fact.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at them.
Actually, if I...
Huh? If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross-sections and patterning suggest that these are Smaragdus nephrite shavings. Yes, it's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time. I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
A thin layer of separation, huh?
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy. Smaragdus nephrite is an entirely ordinary ore, containing no elemental energy whatsoever.
Is that so? Well, we might as well give elemental sight a shot. So, did you find anything?
No.
So they really are different. But wait, how come Jichao was able to tell what it was just by looking at the shards? That's pretty awesome.
Because Zhishao is like an actual...
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time. These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very difficult to tell them apart. There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the market price. And, I'm sure, a significant difference in the cost of having them carved into shape.
All right, let's focus up. We're going off on a tangent.
But, never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr. Crossell...
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shavings back to Chateau.
Wrong way. Oops. Hey, Shito.
Miss Yenfei? Might I be so bold as to inquire,
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossell did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was in fact Smaragdus jadeite, did he not?
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me, in fact. Here. It says quite clearly, 1 chunk Smaragdus jadeite, uncut.
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing record and these stone shavings?
Of course. But might I ask why you need them?
He seems
Oh,
way too
I have
sketchy.
my reasons. Yes. Please sign here on this affidavit. This document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from the, ore that Mr. Crossell brought to your store. Please read it carefully.
Yes, I see. Forgive me for asking again, Miss Yanfei, but might I know the nature of the incident on this occasion?
I wouldn't say there's been an incident, just a minor issue. Thank you, sir. I'll take these with me.
With this hard evidence to back us up, Crossell won't dare try to deny what he did.
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient to build a case. We need to find something a little more compelling. If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry. Nope. Aha! Got it! Sinxi. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith. Let's go pay her a visit.
Well, that was quick.
More
How can you know so
walking.
many people?
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice every day. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of contracts. And contracts, well, I should say laws, are very important to us. But the amendments made by the Tianquan to our laws are unnecessarily complicated. How can I put this? It just seems like they're hard to understand and impossible to finish. As such, legal advisors like myself provide quite the popular service indeed.
So you help them make sense of the law. But didn't you say that it's hard to understand and impossible to finish?
Yes, well, that's no obstacle because I've memorized all the legal codices.
You memorized them?
You sound surprised. Knowing the law inside out is a legal advisor's bread and butter, you know?
Bruh.
Oh, this has nothing to do with being an Adeptus. I just like reading things.
Nerd.
Again with that casual tone.
Well, that's that then. Let's go look for Singsi.
Dog, I just want the funny magic teapot. I don't want to do all this questing. Let me see what you got. Purchase all of the core lapis.
Adventurers Guild.
Adventure time! Oh, Miss Yenfei, it's you. Has something happened? Did the client from last time,
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. I'm just here to ask you a few questions. Has a merchant by the name of Crossel asked you to put him in contact with a jewelsmith recently?
Krosel? Yes, I remember him. He's a merchant from Snezhnaya, no? Yes, he came to me with a chunk of something he called Smaragdus Jadeite. The design of the hairpins that he gave me was quite intricate, so it took me some work to find someone who was up to the job. Eventually, I found an older jewelsmith who made them exactly according to his specifications. This order was on hold for a very long time, and only completed quite recently, which is why I remember it so well.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found here.
Miss Singsi, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossel commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or did he not assert that the material he presented to you that day was called Smaragdus Jadeite?
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive materials, and the asking price was quite high, so we had to put this transaction on record with the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Mr. Krosel wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedures, so I filed it on his behalf. I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself, the item is called Smaragdus Jadeite Twin Phoenix Pins. The inlaid gemstone is recorded as Smaragdus Jadeite. The document even has the official seal of the ministry on it.
Thank you, Singsi. Now, could you let me borrow this document?
Sure, it isn't serving much purpose here anyway. I take it then that there's been some more trouble?
Oh yeah, possible fraud.
Nothing you need to worry about, just a minor issue. I'll return your document as soon as I'm done with it. Thanks again.
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume someone or something is in trouble?
That's just legal.
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip. Let's go to Boo Boo Pharmacy to speak with Dr. Baiju.
Who the hell is
The
Baiju?
weirdo with the snake around his neck? What do you want to speak to him for?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that Smaragdus Jadeite is harmful to the human body. Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, we can wrap this case up.
Jewelry's out of stock.
I'm missing jewelry. Alright, where is this person? Oh yeah, I just kind of realized. No. I feel like there's gotta be a hotkey for. I thought that this said ancient Riz. I got a free primo. Yoink. Oh damn, I actually have to buy stuff. Why would I do that? Another. Oh wait, that's for Inazuma.
Off we go!
Hello, creepy snake man.
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out gathering herbs. And if it isn't
It's
Miss Yenfei
herbs.
as well, now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some charlatans peddling ineffectual medicines again, no doubt?
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're familiar with Smaragdus Jadeite.
Smaragdus Jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it included in the 6th commentary on the 7 Mountain Treatises. The 7 Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains, and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. It is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone without a vision is in contact with it for a prolonged period, best case scenario, they fall ill. Worst case scenario, they'll suffer great changes in personality, and their illness will only ever get worse.
Ooh, god dang.
Anyway, I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to chit-chat. Knowing you, Yenfei, and given the specific nature of your question, I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official affidavit attesting to the pharmaceutical peculiarities of Smaragdus Jadeite?
That is indeed the case. If you would be so kind, Dr. Baiju.
No trouble at all. It's just a single document, won't take me a moment. I would mention, though, that you are not the only one who's developed a curiosity for Smaragdus Jadeite recently. A Snezhnayan merchant came to ask me about it not long ago.
That's our
But
guy.
after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment. I wonder, Miss Yenfei, if your pressing business might be related to this Snezhnayan merchant?
I do believe that
You
I don't
needn't
have
concern
to
yourself
tell
about
you
that, Dr. Baiju.
anything.
Thank you for penning us that document. I'll make sure to compensate you in due course.
You're too kind. Take care now.
That Baiju guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossell.
Oh, hey, Crossell.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a position to assess the compensation due.
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded. I can now provide a final figure for the amount payable.
Wonderful. Well then, please, could you do the honors, Miss Yanfei?
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus Jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Chow was, in fact, Smaragdus Nephrite. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly, you are liable for this sum, which is payable to Mr. Chow in Mora.
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, Miss Yanfei,
We
you
have
cannot
several
frame me like this.
documents about this,
I
Crossel.
spent a huge sum to obtain that Smaragdus Jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow fake? I demand to see your evidence.
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question.
First, we go to the Boo Boo Farms.
If we want to determine whether the ore is genuine, we need to start with evidence. This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with stone samples and an affidavit signed by the business owner, Chateau.
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between Smaragdus Jadeite and Smaragdus Nephrite. How does this prove anything? In any case, Smaragdus Nephrite is the outer layer of Smaragdus Jadeite. So I had him cut away the Nephrite, he returned the valuable Jadeite core to me, and some Nephrite samples remain in the store. What am I missing exactly?
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated. And we are here to talk about evidence, aren't we?
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince him at all.
Hard evidence, something legally binding. We have just the thing.
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows that the ore inlaid on the pins is indeed Smaragdus Jadeite.
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either. And this guy's getting more belligerent by the second.
You know, you could be right. Perhaps the hairpins are the real deal after all.
Objection!
Yes, I'm right. All the evidence shown supports my story.
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't revealed yet. Traveler, would you do the honors? This shall serve as decisive proof of our case.
What's this?
Smaragdus Jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. Sustained contact with Smaragdus Jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases, cause a mild malady, while in serious cases, the patient may suffer a dramatic change of personality and fall seriously ill. Mr. Crossel, were you aware of these peculiar properties of Smaragdus Jadeite?
I had no idea.
No idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. But for you to have rented out such a dangerous item, I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of the Ministry of Civil Affairs. However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient considering that, as you say, you were ignorant of the danger you posed. Don't worry, Mr. Crossel. I will make sure that all the evidence presented here will be handed over to the Ministry. I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigation.
What? Wait! I knew.
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear Mr. Crossel. But if you knew of Smaragdus Jadeite's dangerous properties beforehand, why would you...
Huh? No, The hairpins aren't actually
inlaid with genuine Smaragdus Jadeite? Is that what you were about to say? You do understand, Mr. Crossel, that this means that you will have to pay Ms. Sir Chow 10 times the original price in Mora? Mr. Crossel, your answer, please. My client and I are waiting.
Yanfei's seriously intimidating right now. It's like she's a different person.
That's legal
I admit
consultancy.
it. I confess. The ore I had inlaid on those hairpins was Smaragdus Nephrite. But I'm a victim in all of this too. I invested a great deal of time and money into acquiring that small amount of Smaragdus Jadeite, in the hopes of turning it into a piece of jewelry that would fetch a fine price. But after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel extreme discomfort. I couldn't sleep a wink or eat a single bite. I was in a constant state of agitation, too. I went to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that this sort of stone cannot be worn as jewelry. But how could I let all that money go to waste? That's why I had another pair of hairpins made from Smaragdus Nephrite, which is almost indistinguishable from Smaragdus Jadeite. I kept the real Smaragdus Jadeite in a specially made box. I daren't touch it again. I was worried that someone would see through it, which is why I only dared to rent them out, not sell them. And then to top it all off, Jiqiao lost the hairpins after I rented them out to her.
Why would you charge that big of a
If they weren't the real
price?
deal, why'd you make her pay so much?
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that Smaragdus Jadeite, some of my business partners found out. I knew they'd be watching closely to see how much I could make off it. If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hairpins, then my days in this line of business would be over.
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client. According to the contract, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original price in Mora, and that is final.
10 times?
Crosel looks like he could faint any second.
Nervous breakdown.
As for me, according to my contract with Mr. Chow, 20% of that sum will go to me.
20%? That's as much as I spent on that Smaragdus Jadeite!
There's no need. It's fine. You don't have to pay me that much, Mora. Even if the Smaragdus Jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing them. Legally or not, I think I owe some compensation for that.
Ms. Jiqiao, you...
However, Mr. Crossell,
Idiot.
since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus Jadeite, why don't you give it to me instead? I'll consider us even.
What? But all right then. This cursed rock's brought me enough grief as it is.
Miss Yunfei, I'll turn this Smaragdus Jadeite over to you. I trust that it will suffice as remuneration?
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go. But whatever, it'll do.
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yunfei. When you have the time, I'll be sure to visit and express my thanks more appropriately.
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony. Now, if I may confirm this again, Mr. Chow, have you and Mr. Crossell come to an understanding?
Well, yes, I believe we have.
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no further claims against you.
Is that so? That's good. That's good.
Actually, Mr. Crossell, I'd like to talk business for a second if I may. I could see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. My family, on the other hand, works in the ore business, and we have a fair stock of fine ores. If we could join forces, your jewelry designs and our choice ores, I think we could do some fine business between us.
Enemies to allies.
Let me think for a moment.
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus Jadeite that Granny wants too. All's well that ends well, eh?
There's some twists, but
Exactly. Usually when someone tells us they've lost something, we end up searching all over the place for it. But this time, you managed to solve the problem with just a big stack of documents. Even though the solution didn't involve actually finding the hairpins.
The right solution depends on your perspective on the problem. The objective of my client, Mr. Chow, was to reduce her liability to pay compensation. So, rather than looking high and low for some hairpins, proving that the rented item was nowhere near worth what the vendor had claimed it to be was the more efficient solution. An Adeptus. Speaking of, you took part in that battle, didn't you? In which case, you would have heard what Granny said. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of Adeptus means precious little to me compared to my job as a legal advisor. In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today needs legal consultancy far more?
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely disagree with your reasoning.
there's more than just reason here.
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny a visit.
Okay, let's go. Hello, Madame Ping.
Ah, you've returned. How did it go? Were you able to find the Smaragdus Jadeite?
Yes.
Good, good. Then we have all the materials we need.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting for me back at the office.
Oh, you. All right, then. Go see to your business.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh, yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you. I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me directly. Regulars get discounts, too.
Good.
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not? If you have no wish to leave, perhaps you'd like to help me clean my teapot, hmm?
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Her father was hardly so riotous or fond of talking nonsense back in the day when he stood beside Rex Lapis.
True, unique Adeptus.
Indeed she is. Liyue has changed, and the Adepti must also learn to change. Yanfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the most intimately acquainted with the city among us all.
Among us, among us, among us, among us, among us, among us, among us.
Place I once knew. All right then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on topic. I believe that I still owe you a little gift.
Oh, Paimon's so excited! How is it made?
How long does it take?
It is but a single teapot. It shan't take long at all. Just wait here for a moment. There we go. This Serenity pot is all yours now.
I'm always
Hold
gonna
it
call this a
firmly.
Serenity
If you were
pot.
to drop it, oh goodness, who knows what might happen. Take these blueprints with you as well. You'll need them if you wish to make your teapot a little more lively inside.
Wait a minute,
Thanks.
Granny. How exactly are we supposed to use this teapot?
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot. She will explain everything you need to know about it.
It's a second Paimon. Enter the Serenity pod. I'll go with the Emerald Peak.
Penny's Adventure Team, assemble!
Or not.
That literally fits so well. Let me in. Calm before. Oh, I have to do an actual quest. Bruh. Oh my god, man. Man. I have to do calm before the storm. That's annoying. I have to do this. I don't want to do this. I just want to go into the funny teapot. Just want to go into the funny, very hot teapot.
Speed of light. With sword comes shadow.
Oh, let the show begin.
Let's try and find these cards here. Hold on. Ooh.
Dodge this.
Another one down.
Nice.
Incoming.
Oh yeah! We make a note of the location. We'll send the Fayum Commerce Guild to collect it.
Hold on. Just check. Oh,
Don't blink. Good.
alright, well. Oh. Didn't even need to use Ketchum's power.
Let Paimon see.
Shut up, Paimon.
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah.
Investigate those three. Ah. Oh, there's one.
I'll protect us.
Come here, boy.
Freeze!
Speed of light. Incoming. Hey!
That's it, all right. That's a...
Yeah, screw it. Yeah.
Speed of light. Got lucky there. Nowhere to hide.
Let the show begin.
Don't blink.
Oh, I got a hyperglide.
Incoming. Don't blink. Incoming. Change of plan. Cut to the chase.
Ready, steady, go!
Speed of light. Don't blink. Incoming.
Good.
You give, you receive.
It's time to search for some less core lapis. Hold on. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Freeze!
Don't blink.
I'll protect us.
What? Catching these right over here. Let's go, core lapis. Ah, here it is.
Here we go! Quick, make an... That guy said there were 5 cards in total, so that should be all of them. Let's get back. This has all been quite exhausting for poor little Paimon. He definitely owes Paimon some snacks.
God.
Incoming.
Wait, it's spawning more. It's spawning children. Enough with you and your children. Yeah, I see you back there.
Speed of light. Hey!
there, and there's no teleport waypoint. Berries. Oh, I can't even cut down that berry tree.
Here, we've made a note of the cart's locations. All 5 of them. Can you sell us the core lapis now?
Ah, wonderful. Thank you both. Yes, let's make this official. I also hope you could put in a good word with your boss for me.
I forget who my boss is.
Done and dusted. Yeah!
How'd you know that
Hyman's
word?
got a knack for this business malarkey, don't you think?
Shut up.
Now for the final stop on our core lapis crawl. To Chang the Ninth's place.
All the way over there.
You're a doobie. Yes, Scooby Dooby. Yes, Scooby Dooby.
Ooh, I should actually do that beforehand.
Yeah.
Oh, and some core lapis here.
Incoming.
Actually. That is way easier. Then I can just... wrong thing.
There you are, Eve.
Freeze!
Over here. Blink. Speed of light.
Yeah, I have that.
The merrier. Don't blink. Hey. Nowhere to hide.
Let me amuse myself a little.
Cool that!
Look at me. Just once more.
Not bad.
Yeah, hitting that does nothing. Good.
I'll protect us.
This is a cave. God.
Dodge this!
Nice. Oh my god. Alright, may as well.
Incoming.
Right here.
Yeah, let's light it up. Let's dance.
Freeze! Cool it!
God.
Get out of here! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Boom. Now let's get out of here. Oh, nice. Book. Ooh, flower.
Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned.
God.
Off we go.
Just who I was hoping to see. I was just thinking you wouldn't know.
Oh, don't worry.
Oh? What happened?
I'll buy the core lapis.
Oh, I see now. You're in this trade too. So you're trying to beat him to the post, eh? Appearances can be deceiving, that's for sure. But I don't care who you are. A discount of 70% is simply impossible. The maximum I can do is 40% off, and even then I'm only breaking even.
No need. We'll take it at the market rate.
You mean you're not trying to force the price down? I can't believe it. Gentry mount-sized thugs could still come back at—
If Paimon told you they're not gonna bother you again, then you'd better believe they're not gonna bother you again.
Yeah, don't worry.
Okay, then. My situation can hardly get worse from here, but tell me, what on earth—
Actually, it's for a commission. Can't go into too much detail.
Things are never
Thank
quite
you.
as bad as they seem.
Thank you a million times.
Good people always get what's coming to them in the end. And anyway, let's get going.
Boom, does this mean that I can do the Serenity pot now? let's go.
Wow! This teapot seems even bigger inside than Madame Ping's. There's even a great big house in the middle, too. Huh. But there's just a whole load of nothing around it.
Get chiseled.
I can't do that. Well, you're the one with the sword anyway. You do it. Still, why is it so... Oh, wait a sec.
Well, it seems that we have a visitor.
It's a huge finch.
That's rude.
Excuse me, I am not a finch. I am a teapot spirit, and you may call me, hang on a moment.
Do I get to be named?
Call me.
Aw.
I suppose you may call me Tubby.
So you're the
Bart.
little helper Madame Ping mentioned?
Madam Ping? Oh, you must mean Ping. Yes, she did summon me here. She told me much about you. You may leave all matters your journey may be far from over. But at least this way, though it is the Adepti who create realms such as this, they generally do not have the time of day to attend to the banal matter of their maintenance. Thus, we teapot spirits were created to help guard. You may consider me. Now, allow me. Have you any blueprint? As long as you have a blueprint, you can refashion this realm however you please.
Blueprints? Oh, that's right! Granny had...
Yes, these are the... Just commit the... Then simply release the thought from your mind.
Wow! Is that
Time
all
to
it
make
takes?
Animal Crossing.
Then we could build a whole city inside, couldn't
I doubt it. A golden-eyed adeptus explained this to me at some point in the past. He said that even though subspace creation is a product of adeptal power, even that has its limits. This world is not a true one, after all. It provides merely a moment of brief respite from the mortal realm, not a means of escaping it entirely.
A golden-eyed adeptus?
I hardly remember myself. What's more, well, let's not... If there's any...
After using and summoning the Serena Teapot, travelers can interact with it and enter the abode within. Travelers can also use and summon the teapot within its confines. Talk to the teapot spirit and send
Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
Okay. 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 God damn it, there's more. Ooh, a teapot salesman.
Adventure time!
Oh, I can't make a penis. So guys, we are currently playing The Sims 4. Paimon, you can just go over there. Damn. Game is frozen. Oh, there we go. Can I finally attack Paimon? That's it? Nothing?
Traveler, yes. Anything interesting you want to talk?
Rock, paper, scissors.
We should get something tasty to eat. Ooh, okay. Super
Rock,
Power
paper.
Tornado!
Yeah, don't blink. Yeah.
Boom, give me that free primo. Cool. Oh, I need more of these. Damn. Alright, crystal chunks. Looks like we're going to Sorntair's lair. Here we go.
What do we feel like for soap? I think.
Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just kind of placing random stuff.
Oh, thank you. The other ones? Okay.
It's true.
2 is this. Yep, 2.
You can just kind of get put inside of the forge. Sorry. Sup. Ooh, randomly turn sunset.
You're in good health.
I got a run dispatch. Not sure what I want to do with them, but
Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Good things come to those who don't wait around. That's what they say anyway. Knowing my luck, the opposite is probably true for me. Benny's adventure team, assemble!
and everything else should be good other than this.
This one too?
Or not.
Companions.
There you go. Good job. Thanks. Good job.
Well, let's see my guy Benny. Ew. Yeah, you can just kind of get out, Paimon. No.
What do you got, ma'am? Your purse.
Create set.
Oh. You need to go to Rapunzel's tower. Yeah.
Hey, Benny.
Hey there!
Leah's off
Looks like my luck is pretty good today.
with her purse.
I like
It's
it, Benny
awesome.
boy.
It sure beats sleeping out in the open when adventuring. Way better. You don't need to find a hole in a tree to rest in, and you don't have to worry about sneak attacks from monsters. Rocks crashing from the sky, whopper flowers popping out of nowhere.
Yeah, you can just
Really?
sit and relax.
Awesome! I'm so lucky to have someone as nice as you as a partner. Looks like I'll be bothering you a bunch from now on.
Benny's cool. I like Benny. We got two Bennies. Hey there. Oh, that is wrong thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah, don't mind me. I'm just relearning all of the keybinds again.
Oh yeah, Daddy said he was gonna go.
Oh, ow! Where did
I'm
that come
so
from?
excited for Genius Invocation. Donation question co-op. Well, it's a good thing that I'm not in co-op. Return to single. Oh, you can't go to single player in the Serenity Pod.
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
That's a lot of our conquests. Oh no, that's a lot of our conquests. But then, after I reach Area 32, I get to go to the Genius Invocation TCG. Which I'm honestly insanely excited for. Damn, still not enough.
The one before you is known as Jade Seeker. One travels far and wide, seeking naught but to witness all of the treasure.
What you say, Chubby?
Encounters with fine treasures cannot.
Because I need them.
Cat. Sure, I'll buy 2.
No, I don't need them for supper tonight, but I'm gonna need them
Crane.
eventually.
You know, I'll just buy the entire stock of everything. Because I have just enough.
Okay. What did you say?
There he is.
You're silly. You can put them away in your purse. Okay.
Meow.
This is why. You're a silly goofy.
Oh, what does this even do?
No one's joined me on an adventure in ages. Come on, let's go.
I don't know if it's gonna work.
Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
Oh Lord. That's a lot of swords.
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
That's a lot of both. Oh my god.
Or not.
Harbinger of Dawn. I only have 1 extra Harbinger of Dawn. Dang.
Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
Ignore your dogs.
Ooh.
There is no more.
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
Dude, that's actually kind of cool. I might have to equip this on Babs.
Or not. Good things come to those who don't wait around. That's what they say anyway. Knowing my luck, the opposite is probably true for me.
Weapons. Enhance. Refine.
Benny's adventure team, assemble! Or not.
Souvenir shop in Mondstadt. Alright.
Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
Alright, so So, seems like I have just enough core lapis. I just need some of these Vajarda amethyst fragments.
Benny's adventure team?
Shut up, Benny.
What are you doing?
Yeah, Mondstadt.
What are you doing?
Teleport waypoint. Left the Serenity Pot. Yes.
Adventure time.
Time to craft.
Sitting in your box. That's pretty silly. Silly
Hey.
girl. Leia sitting in the box.
Potions. Got a whole bunch of stuff I can't craft. Oh my god, that's a lot of stuff. That's it? Now, is that enough? No, I need one more. Alright. Where do I get these pebble things? It's not in there. That's artifacts. Here it'll be. Purchase from the souvenir shop. No. Just normal souvenirs. I'll take 2. Ooh. Animal traveler. Why? Oh, cause I'm gonna collect my Adventurers Guild thing. Oh no, I started a
please,
quest.
over here.
No.
It has been a while since you joined the Adventurers Guild. Are your adventures going? Is that another person to count?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Let me consult.
I just want to get my Adventurers Guild stuff.
Does that stranger's face look
Like the honorary knights? No, they couldn't look more.
serious?
That's strange, nonetheless. After all, and should this stranger be a strong adventurer indeed, he would certainly be a big help on your. Please don't talk to. Your deeds are the stuff of song for all the bards in the city. Well, as to he stands guard, I wish you ever.
Just let me. Oh my god. Fishing Association. I don't care about the Fishing Association. I just want my adventure rank stuff, man. Ooh. It's not even like it. Although I did get some character ascension material, so I don't even need to craft to ascend catching.
Great. Having another trick up my sleeve gives me more flexibility in rapidly
Boom. Oh. that's a lot of stuff. Don't even get anything from that?
Oh, ow!
Oh. No, because I want to try and lower you up.
Let me see that. Alright.
I think Paxton said Candace was good.
She had also.
You know what, for someone who's not very good at building stuff, I'm decently happy with 42 over whatever. Ooh. Do I have any other scholars? Any other thing? Nope, so scholars are useless. What gives me crit rate? Like base crit rate. Here.
You're a silly girl sitting in the box.
Hands. Auto add.
Silly girl.
Auto add. That's all of my stuff? I don't really want to.
Where's your purse? Where is it?
Great. Having another...
Alright. Now. Oh. Now. What quest do I want to do? Because, like, actually, ooh, that gives me Primo. Screw it. Why not? Gives me Primos. And I like the Primos. Ooh, bug. Ooh, nice. Ooh. And that gets crit right up. Ooh, I might actually equip that on catching. We'll see if it's worth it. Oh yeah. ×2 bonus. Wow. So now it is 45 over 85. So I crit 50% of the time. I've not been reading chat this entire time. Good thing no one has said anything. There he is.
Welcome. The final act in this drama...
You better believe it.
Well, Divine
Okay, I
Helper,
just want
the way the
primo
story
gems.
develops, how blessed we are to have such an author grace our work.
And this is related to...
It's not. But when something surpasses expectation, it was rather good.
Why does Paimon have to be the only...
Think about it. He panics. He hears a room Genshin outside, so regardless...
So it was you?
Speak of the devil.
I went Core Lapis.
We are not Was it not one of your...
You cook, Master?
No, my sword!
Speed of light.
You're open. You're open.
Incoming.
Rain outlines your fate.
The hunted.
Not good.
I've fought some of your kind before. What was the point of that?
No, my sword!
No escape!
Don't get frostbite.
Now you're frozen.
Speed of light. Hey! To the king.
Can't run from death.
He's already dead. Look at that.
Impressive. You are no commoners. To continue this fight would be to incur greater losses than I can accept.
Their strength is almost spent. Finish them off! The Core Lapis is almost within our grasp.
Might I remind you that the Fatui's relationship with you extends to business matters only? I did not lend you my men to have them stir up trouble at your beck and call.
What are you saying? Master, everything I did with only one thing in mind. To complete the order.
Then figure it out by yourself.
Don't go. Wait. Master, wait!
My lord, what are you doing here? Are you hurt?
Thanks to this valiant young man, I am unscathed.
My lord?
You? You are the heir of the Feiyun Commerce Guild?
Indeed, my liege. I am Xingqiu, disciple of the Guhua clan, and second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild manager, and I make no secret of it.
Drats! I've been played like a fiddle.
They played us like a damn fiddle!
Coercion and intimidation are hardly the attributes of a respectable businessman. The problems that your business practices have created, I have sought to resolve through mine. I shudder to think what the Fatui will do with you if you fail to provide their core lapis.
You meddling swine. Well, go on. Tell me, what will you sell it for?
Since you asked Chang the Ninth for a discount of 70%, let's fight fire with fire, shall we? 3 times the market rate sounds fair, no?
How dare you subject me to such viciousness? This is a malicious and calculated attempt to run me into the ground.
Shut the fuck
Deep
up.
breaths now. This is a simple decision. Will you buy or not?
Fine. Have it your way. I'll find the
Burger
money
King,
somehow.
have it your way.
On behalf of the Feiyun Commerce Guild, I thank you for your business, and hope you will continue to do business with us in future.
You? Funny speaking, book reading, guhua geeking Xingqiu are the heir of the Feiyun Commerce Guild? So that massive stash of Mora you let us burn through in a day, that was from your private vault?
'Twas but a paltry sum. I got to make a very sound investment while putting Gentry Moutsai in his place. A classic 2 birds, 1 stone situation.
Don't you rich kids take calligraphy classes?
Very droll. My family can always tell me from my handwriting. It's certainly one of my distinguishing features.
Yikes! Paimon's been calling you Guhua Geek this whole time! Paimon read in one of these martial artist novels that when rich heirs like you get angry at someone, you have their arms and legs chopped off!
calm down. Since you can fly, you hardly need your legs anyway.
Ah! Save me! Save me! This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill!
Jokes aside, I have the two of you to thank for this successful resolution. Really, you were a huge help. Meanwhile, Legend of the Shattered Halberd was positively riveting. Much obliged if you could return it to... I did nothing,
Another errand.
and hence deserve none of his gratitude. The two of you, meanwhile, though strangers to the circumstances, stepped in and saved the day. To have made such valiant and chivalrous friends is more than...
My lord, forgive the intrusion.
Please inform my father thusly. I have averted a disaster and earned a sizable sum of money in the process. Might this meritorious act compensate for my prior transgressions and earn me a few more days of freedom, perchance? Legend of the Shattered Halberd speaks of a domain that I should very much like to investigate.
For all your clever long words, the fact is you're just a lazy bones who doesn't want to work.
Yeah. That's why he's a
What
rich
if I
person.
told you that a reward awaits you at Cheng the Ninth's palace, and not just his...
A reward? Well, that sweetens the deal somewhat.
It seems whatever I say, there's no persuading you to stay. Oh, I didn't realize you weren't aware.
Thank you in advance for returning the book.
Bet, I guess. Yeah, I'm teleporting all the way there. Ain't no fucking way. Chinsei Village. Chinsei Village. Chinsei Village. Howdy, Mr. Chang.
Finally, you're back. This morning, the pawnbroker showed up and gave me back my entire collection. I'm positive that you must have been behind this once again. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please don't say
That
that.
wasn't even us.
You have no idea how much this means to me. The Chang family was a prestigious household in Li. Since then, I've saved for years. Hope were it not for you, this baron.
Wow, that's the
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing?
Wonderful. Legend of the Shattered Halberd. I was beginning to think that Guhua rascal had swindled me.
Do people really look down on the Guhua clan so much?
Actually, the art is centuries old and was once held in high esteem. But now it has faded beyond recognition. To instigate a revival, you need to inject some fresh blood, but it's hard to attract budding young talent to a dying art. And so it becomes a vicious cycle. In any case, Guhua kids these days. Take that young rascal Xingqiu, for instance. For all his talk about repaying kindness with kindness and whatnot, what has he done to show for it? What does it matter? Anyway, you wanted the Liyue volume of the Teyvat travel guide, didn't you? It's yours to keep. In addition, here is but a small... My ore is sold, and my... What?
What was that? Paimon saw something fall out.
Oh, nothing. That little rascal surely isn't...
Oh? Let's go, 60 primo. Whoa. Alright. Okay, let's go. More garbage. Ooh, another Harbinger of Dawn. I can refine Ketchum's weapon again. I forgot to buy that. Actually, let's check. 49 over 85. Where is this geomonical?
That's everything. On to the next.
Tell
another one, Uncle Gas.
Oh, shockingly I didn't take any damage from that. Time to kill. Freeze! Ow. Potato. Come here. Come here, cupcake.
You give, you receive.
Ooh, 5 primo. 5 primo. Actually, I wonder. Alright, so there's only 7.
No, you're too heavy. No, you're too heavy. I can't. You're too heavy. I know, but I can't. You're too heavy. It doesn't matter if you yell at me or not. You're too heavy.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good. Tried to do master puppets. Yeah, not very good at all. Oh well. Just have to defend this one thing. coming in from that direction?
With sword comes shadow.
Ooh, heavy amount of damage done to all.
Dodge this! This moment will be frozen in time.
Walk off completely.
Ah!
Speed of light. Hey!
No!
Nowhere to hide.
Drop it!
I'm going in!
Dead. Now, hey, buddy. Buddy, all the way up there. You jerk.
Don't blink! Hey!
Done. Alright, so I think for now I'm gonna end it here. I am going to be back, hopefully. Or, like, at least I'm planning on coming back. So, I'll be back decently soon, hopefully. And hopefully this time with Paxton along the road with me. If he wants to. Oh, dress rank reward. Alright, so, I'm gonna re-equip my funny yippee party popper. Yippee! Actually, there is one last thing that I need to do. One last thing in Mondstadt that I need to do. We'll take your entire stock. Boom. Kaboom. Boom. That's really good. May not actually have to worry about crit damage as much anymore. There we go. Now we're doing good. Ooh, 24 of a 93. Why is my crit rate that low? Why is my crit rate so low? Hold on, why is crit rate so low? Why is the crit rate so low? Cause like, is my HP below 90? Oh, that's why.
Let the show
I basically need to be healed at like all times. There we go. So now if I check back, now it's 49 over 93. Alright. I'm gonna need to heavily focus on crit rate related stuff now. But that's gonna be for a couple hours. So, thank y'all for tuning in, but I got to tune out. I should really invest in like a stream deck or something. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll probably be back in like a couple of hours.
Enough procrastinating. Let's go.
Shush. I'll hopefully be back in a couple of hours. Hopefully with Paxton. I'll see. Actually, I'll text him right now. Alright. And then, hopefully, after I'm back, I'll be ready for Genshin, and it'll be a grinding stream. So, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!